It's me, GV. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last episode, we started the quest, Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. We actually already started that quest, but we progressed through it. We needed to find another dog brain to give Rex a transplant. We had three choices. We could go to Old Lady Gibson's scrapyard. That was the normal objective. We also had two optional objectives for better, exceptional canine brains, and one of them was to go to the Fiends, which we did, and we got a brain from a dog called Violetta, and the other one was to go to Caesar's Legion, which would be totally impossible unless you were already, friends with them. But of course we're not. Now the reason I'm looking at Marcus at a very flattering angle here is because I went back to Jacobstown to get right next to Henry before I started the episode, and he automatically talked to me and told me that he has some problems with some NCR mercs, I think he said. So yeah. You sure these mercenaries work for the NCR?
Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Wherever they are, they want us dead or gone.
How have they been harassing the town?
Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating.
Why can't you just take them out?
Not looking to fight. That'll give NCR an excuse to come up here and wipe us out.
Okay, well what do you want me to do, Marcus?
You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to.
Easy for you to say. It's me footing the bill. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
But that's gonna have to wait, my friend, because I have other business to attend to. Quest added unfriendly persuasion, so we're probably gonna hold off on doing that for a while if we are going to do it at all. Speak with the leader of the mercenaries harassing Jacobstown. One thing I forgot to do in the last episode was talk to Lilly here.
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
Who's Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oh, of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you?
What do you do in Jacobstown, Lilly?
I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
Alright, well goodbye.
Talk to you soon, dear.
One of the more funny instances of dialogue in Fallout New Vegas. Can't believe I forgot to talk to her in the last episode, but there we go. Let's head back into Jacobstown, and one thing people keep reminding me about is that I can use beds and cots and etc. to sleep and restore my health, and I will try to do that just now, although I don't know if we're going to be able to. This is a big lodge, but I don't think it's hotel. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over here back to Dr. Henry.
Again, you interrupt me. Why?
I have a new brain for Rex.
Very well. Show me what you brought so that I can analyze its potential.
I took down a fiend dog named Violetta.
Big brain on this one. All right, let's see. Damn. Heavy amounts of the chemicals used in the drug Turbo are present. Transplanting this brain will make Rex faster than he was before.
Okay, so it does have an effect which brain you pick. I'm going to go ahead and put an explanation of which brain does what right now. And let's go ahead and just do this then. Transplant Violetta's brain into Rex. Luckily, there's no negative side effects. I thought it was going to be like, your drug's going to be kind of addicted to Turbo, so you're going to have to keep feeding it to him.
Have a seat. This will take a while.
So I'm assuming Caesar's is going to... You guys already know because I put the explanation on the screen, but I'm assuming Caesar's dog's brain is going to make him stronger, whereas this one makes him faster, and the Gibson one probably just satisfies the quest. Unshakable Tracker. Rex has gained the Unshakable Tracker perk, increasing his movement speed. That's good because he actually does loll behind me when I walk around. And we have completed the quest, Nothing But a Hound Dog.
Again, you interrupt me. Why?
Dude, important stuff. Okay, goodbye. Sorry, I thought you might have some dialogue to tell me about Rex. But let's talk to Rex. So he's still going to do the thing where we have a hat, so let's go ahead and get through that stuff, and let's talk to him now. And now he has a happy bark. Isn't that nice? How are you feeling, boy? Happy, apparently. Cool. You're certainly looking better. Oh my god, did you guys see that piece of dialogue? It was like, oh, you're feeling better? Good, I need to strip you for parts. Jesus! That's one thing I do like about Fallout New Vegas more than Fallout 3 is like they really, really, really don't care with the dialogue. Like, they'll get really dark. Okay, goodbye. Alright, so that's cool. We've got Rex, sorry, up to snuff. Now, can we find a bed? It's not really that important. Let's see. Can we sleep in this bed? We can. Queen-sized bed. I've mentioned this before a couple episodes ago, but that's what I have now, a queen-sized. And again, I had a twin my entire life up to that point. It is a complete different world, a whole new world. Alright, let's see. Alright, so before we embark on what we're going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the king just to sort of close this quest off. I know we've technically completed the quest already, but I just want to tie up that loose end. So back to the North Strip Gate. Where are you? Where's the North Strip Gate? Freeside East Gate. There we go. Alright, so here we have the king.
Why, Rexy, you look all better, boy. Good as new. Did my Rexy get a new brain?
He sure did.
You're a man of your word, no doubt about it. Can't thank you enough. If you want, hold on to Rex for a little while longer. I'm sure he'd enjoy that. Was there anything else you wanted?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him for good, by the way. And I think we are done. We could have asked if we could join the Kings, but Arizona would definitely not have any interest in joining some two-bit gang that can't even get into the strip. I guess they can, though, because he does have connections. Alright, so a lot of you are probably going to be happy to know the next thing that we are going to be doing is a piece of DLC. In fact, we're going to be doing the Dead Money DLC. I'm probably going to be doing these in order because most of them I don't really know too much about. I've completed them, obviously, and I've gotten all the achievements that are related to them, but I've only done them one time, so it's basically going to be kind of blind, half and half blind. But yeah, we're going to be doing Dead Money first because that was the first one that came out. Sierra Madre Grand Opening. Track down the source of the Sierra Madre invitation, and I will head directly over there. Alright, so very near us we have an abandoned Brotherhood of Steel bunker, which is kind of interesting, of course. I don't know where... Oh, there Rex is. You can see he's a lot faster. He got unconscious by some fiends or some gang members, and he was able to catch up all the way back to me. Alright, Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Where in the world are you? I thought you were going to be directly in front of me. I thought we were going to walk a couple steps. That looks like a sewer grate, but I'm assuming that's what it is. You have discovered abandoned BOS bunker. Let's save the game, because once we go in here, we can't really go back. Not literally. I think once we go in here, we can exit before we actually start this DLC. But once you go into the DLC, you definitely cannot leave. Now, I'm going to be honest. The first time I did this DLC, I didn't really like it. And I sort of hate finished it. You know, like when you hate finish a TV show. Because you've watched so much of it, you're just like, well, I better finish it. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it, but who knows? My taste in games change a lot, so yeah. You'll notice here there's an empty box that says equipment storage, so you can probably guess that we're going to get our equipment taken, and at some point we can get it back. Hopefully that's not really a spoiler. I mean, that's kind of common sense if you use your brain just a little bit. Some 308 rounds is great. Jar of cloud residue, okay. Scrap electronics, whiskey. I think we are done so far. That dude was missing his head, by the way. Sierra Madre. Madre. Yeah, that's definitely misspelled. One thing I forgot to do is actually listen to the radio broadcast that should lead us here. Sierra Madre broadcast. Sierra Madre broadcast. Why is it not playing? I definitely want to hear it, so I'm going to exit and see if it plays when we're outside. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, you know what? I have the radio turned off. That's why. Okay, let's go into settings, audio, radio. Let's turn that all the way up. Then let's go back into our menu. And Sierra Madre broadcast.
Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of the open desert under clear, starlit skies. Gaze straight on into the sunset from our villa rooftops. countless diversions await. Gamble in our casino, take in the theater, or stay in one of our exclusive executive suites that will shelter you and cater to your every whim. So if life's worries have weighed you down, if you need an escape from your troubles, or if you just need an opportunity to begin again, join us. Let go and leave the world behind at the Sierra Madre grand opening this October. We'll be waiting. Has your life...
Well, that sounds definitely great, doesn't it? That sounds like somewhere I want to be. But that didn't really look like a welcoming invitation. Dude with his head blown off. What am I doing? Let's go back into settings. I am going to need to turn this radio off again. If you don't know why, it's because there's a lot of radio songs being played in Fallout New Vegas, and half the time when one plays on this episode, or on a episode, I get a copyright strike. So, yeah, no one wants those. Alright, so, yeah, it was some woman sounding seductively trying to tell us about the grand opening of the Sierra Madre, which I don't know if she mentioned or not, is a casino. But I don't know how in the world a casino was supposed to be underground in a Brotherhood of Steel bunker, but it says the Sierra Madre is this way. Dead money. Dead money takes you to an extremely dangerous area of the Mojave Wasteland, a one-way journey until your business at the Sierra Madre is finished. In normal mode, you'll encounter new traps, enemies, and new companions whose lives are tied to yours. In hardcore mode, you'll be fighting the environment as well, a toxic city that erodes health over time. Screw that! I've never done that, but my god, what a terrible way to like have a DLC. You're like basically on a time limit. No thank you. Companions are more vulnerable, and so are you. Dead money is recommended for experienced couriers level 20+. If up to the challenge, continue on. The Sierra Madre grand opening awaits and has been for 200 years. So I guess that radio ad was conceived 200 years ago. Now we are level 17, so we're 3 levels below the threshold that it's telling us to go into, which I knew was going to be a problem. But if it's that difficult, I will simply decrease the difficulty, and I know that's not the way a lot of you want to see things done, but once we enter here, we're not going to be able to leave, so it might just have to be done. Anyways, seek out the radio signal in the bunker. I don't think Rex is going to be able to go with us, if I remember right, but who knows? Okay, so we have the Brotherhood of Steel insignia on the wall there. You have lost Rex's search and mark perk. Yep, something tells me Rex is not going to be with us. Rex has returned to Freeside. Well, there we go.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead, buried beneath a blood-red cloud, a bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future, not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening, one big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go. Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid, play clever. Make the mistake of saying no, That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it.
Great, another instance with a Brotherhood of Steel person and an explosive collar around my neck. Now, if you remember, the Brotherhood of Steel was talking about somebody named Elijah that led them to Helios. He wouldn't back them off. A lot of them died, and then he disappeared without a trace. Is this the same guy? Well, the simple answer is yes. Collar, what are you talking about?
It's like that Pit Boy on your wrist, except filled with explosives. A little radio of the old world. Just needed some tuning. Do what I say, and the collar will go off. Refuse, try and run, disobey me, I'll kill you and find someone else. There's no escape from here until I let you go. The sooner you accept your situation, the better.
What do you want?
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino. You need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps, you'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone.
So I need others to pull off this heist. Who?
Around the villa are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra Madre for yourself, a warning. All your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it.
Alright, so find the other 3 people with bomb collars, bring them back here.
I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other 3 here after that. I'll have more instructions for you. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go.
How am I supposed to find them?
Your piece of Rocco trash will help you, I've insured it. It can latch onto the signal of the callers and tune into their frequencies. The bomb collars come with radios embedded in them. You can eavesdrop easily. It was part of their design to listen in. They can even screen out white noise from the environment to allow greater monitoring.
Who are these people I'm gathering?
One is a trusted ally. Obedient, caller or no, although the caller helps. The other 2, well, we'll have to see what the trap's got.
So he doesn't even know what the other 2 are, or who. Any suggestions for who I should get first?
Yes. Caller 8, the FEV reject, the super mutant. He is docile, predictable, and provided he's not starving, should be easy to command. I lost contact with him some time ago. Probably after he dragged you here from the trap. Find him. He'll follow you, caller or no.
What's FEV? That's the forced evolutionary virus used on used on people, turning them into super mutants. Where can I find him?
Travel west toward the Villa police station. Follow the radio frequency and the alarms. Although, there's a great deal of interference at the source. Perhaps that's why I lost contact with him. No matter. Aside from Caller 8, there should be weapons, armor at the police station. Go west, avoid the Villa inhabitants, bring the mutants back.
The Villa inhabitants? That's not a good sign. The inhabitants? There's people alive here?
Yes, inhabitants. Avoid them if you can. They are difficult to kill. Whatever has created them, bullets, explosions, energy, it can make them inert for a time, then they seem to crawl back up, restored. Perhaps it's the cloud. Perhaps something in their physiology.
Great, so we have something that cannot be killed by normal means. In fact, I don't even remember if they can be killed at all. The last question I'm going to ask is, what is the cloud?
The cloud is what blankets the sky here. You may smell it in the air, copper and sulfur. Burns the lungs and seeps into the skin. As for its origins, I'm not certain. Pre-war industrial pollutants. Something in the Sierra Madre structure. It is unique across the wasteland, and deadly. It has kept this place preserved since the Great War.
Will exposure kill me?
The air here is lethal only if you enter concentrated pockets of the cloud. Too long inside one, you'll die, so be careful where you step. I've seen some survive concentration of the cloud for short periods of time, if healthy enough. Others were too weak. Rebreathers, chemical suits, there is no protection against it. It decays all it touches. I found fighting it useless.
Damn, we actually have the rebreather. That's all I needed to know.
Good. If necessary, I will guide you through the villa's broadcast systems. If you get lost, return here, and I'll direct you. I've downloaded instructions on an audio log to your Pip-Boy in case you can't read. If you forget why you're here, let my voice remind you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We have started the Dead Money DLC, and if you have never played this or seen it before, you're in for a treat. Although, I don't like it, and I think most of it is because you have to deal with the inhabitants, and I was never a big fan of, like, survival horror games, and that's kind of like what this is. I'm really excited for this one based on all that dialogue there. Like I said, my tastes changed, and I think they have. Anyways, we're going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. In the next one, we will get started in this DLC. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys there. Bye-bye.